started off as a bucket list and now it's an
Yeah. Silverton.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, I mean,
climbing up those mountains.
I've done a lot of backcountry skiing, so it's like I understand what this is, and this, as I've gotten through my progression of life, is hands down the best.
So Silverton Mountain is unlike anything else I've experienced or I think even exists. The San Juan Mountains, which are in the southwest part of Colorado, are the youngest part of the Rocky Mountains, which also means they're the steepest and most jagged because they've eroded the least. And so we're really in a place where you can experience the most extreme version of skiing that Colorado has to offer. Silverton is at 9,318 feet. It's one of the higher towns in the United States. It's very small. You can walk it in a few minutes. I'm Shane Furman. I'm one of the owners of the Wyman Hotel, and I'm also the mayor of Silverton, Colorado, and town hall's right across the street, so not too much of a commute. Silverton Mountain really brings a rowdy professional crowd. You see a lot of pro skiers and snowboarders there. You see a lot of teams and brands coming to have a good time. You drive up to the mountain around like 8 o'clock in the morning. There is no base area really. There's a single fixed 2-person chairlift that was a hand-me-down from Mammoth.
This chairlift came out of Mammoth. It was taken out in '99 from Mammoth, and Aaron picked it up for $25,000 and you had to pay for shipping. So we sat and retroed it to fit this profile on the mountain. We had to hand dig the tower footer holes. We used helicopter to flat concrete in, bigger helicopter to set the towers. A lot of hand digging was involved in it, especially the top terminal has over 44 yards of concrete in it. Got the chairs on, went through an acceptance test with the state. Pretty involved process, but we got it done.
You park your car, you put on your boots, and there's a bunch of guides standing around, giving people high fives and, welcoming you. And the guides start sorting you into like fast or moderate groups. You get put in a group with 7 other people, and you get your guide. Your guide walks over, introduces themselves, the whole group gets to meet each other, and they give you a safety talk. Silverton Mountain's very remote. It would be a bad idea to get injured out there. You're very far from definitive medical care. And you also need to learn a little bit about avalanches too, and avalanche safety.
Your feet are downhill, and you're going to be trying to push stuff underneath you. You're going to try to scoot yourself out to the sides because I want you to get away from this thing.
And I think that's the moment where you realize what you got yourself into for the day. Skiing at Silverton Mountain is just such a unique experience. It's an extreme-only ski area, nothing groomed. The easiest run is a hard black diamond run. Throughout a day at one of the other hardcore ski areas, like a Jackson Hole or a Crested Butte, you might have a few moments where, with a pucker factor, where you're standing on something and you're looking down at the entrance, it's vertical or nearly vertical, and you have to make some fairly consequential moves. That happens every single run at Silverton Mountain. There's just tons of cliffs and chutes and steep sections that you need to be very on your toes to navigate.
The terrain here is so epic. You don't need the heli for it, but it makes for an awesome day. I would also say the guides are second to none. It's definitely the people, the terrain, and the lack of crowds of people really makes it awesome here. You got to be obviously a smaller group and be in really good shape for the hiking and stuff. It's 13,000 plus feet up there.
It's the equivalent, I think, of Alaska and the lower 48 in order to have an experience like this. Otherwise, you're taking a 7 or 10 day trip to Alaska or the Alps or the Andes. And so this is a much more affordable version of the same level of adventure. I mean, the people that are coming to Silverton Mountain are definitely the adventurers. Throughout the whole winter, there's just, to use a ski term, there's just this feeling of stoke all of the time. You get up to the mountain, people who don't know each other are high-fiving, they're just excited for the day, throughout the day. People are coming down, snow everywhere from face shots and hucking cliffs. And then you come back to town and everyone had been on a variety of adventures throughout the day, because that's what most of the folks are doing here. And you're at the bar hey, where'd you ski today? Where'd you ski today? And you're just hearing stories all day, every day of how awesome everyone's day was. Yeah, it's just stoke of people just connecting around adventure and excitement.